Hey everyone, it's Nate here with Element Van Life. I wanted to discuss a little bit about why I chose the Honda Element as my vehicle and just some tips, I guess, on how to pick out a vehicle if you're planning to do any sort of car dwelling or van dwelling or anything like that. So I chose the Element, based on obviously stealthiness. That's something that should be pretty self-explanatory, but also just because when I was going through this whole process, more than targeting specifically a vehicle that I was definitely going to live out of, I was just looking for a way to get rid of my loan. I had a car loan on a Hyundai Elantra. It was a brand new car, and I was paying almost $400 a month on it, and miles were pretty high on it. I had it for just a little over a year, and I was trying to get rid of that car note. I was trying to get rid of that debt. I think I had like $12,000 or $13,000 left to pay off on that vehicle, so I wanted to get rid of it and not be in debt and reduce my monthly expenses, going back to my previous video about why I live in a van. But anyways, yeah, I really just wanted to kind of get rid of that, and so I was looking to buy something cash. I had some money saved up, so I just wanted to spend it outright and get rid of that note. And I looked at a lot of different things, guys. I wasn't 100% sold on the idea of van dwelling and on the idea of living in the car full time. It was in the back of my mind as something that I might want to do, so I definitely kept that in mind when I was searching for vehicles. That meant trying to find SUVs or vans that had quite a bit of cubic cargo space in the back. I looked at the Honda CR-V, I looked at the Element, I looked at the Ford Ranger pickup truck and thought about maybe doing like a truck camper type thing on the back of that. I looked at a Toyota Tacoma, and I looked at a Chevy Astro as well, and a Ford E350 conversion van, a big red conversion van. Quite a few different options that I was kind of considering. I didn't want to go with the vans because I wasn't really 100% on living in the van. So ultimately, I decided on the Element, and I found it just to be a really good compromise between buying, a full-fledged conversion van or something like that, just because, like I said, I wasn't really 100% set on the whole van dwelling thing, and it would have been it was, in the time that I made the decision to finally move into the van full-time. It was great to have the Element because it didn't really stick out, it wasn't too big, I didn't really have to worry about it. So, and I realized that before purchasing it, I realized that it might take time for me to finally work up the guts to make the decision to live in the van full time. So in that meantime, and I wasn't even sure if I would end up doing it, so in that meantime, however long it needed to be, I would have a vehicle that wasn't huge and wasn't crazy to drive around. But why did I choose the Element overall? There are so many benefits of having this vehicle over a lot of different ones, and I don't know, it's the reliability of Hondas in general has been, is great, and I got lucky to find this Element with only 75,000 miles on it. So, since then I've put almost 50,000 on it. I've had to spend some money, doing little fixes and stuff, little things that go wrong with the Element, like the ignition switch failing and the door locks are a pain in the butt sometimes. There's all kind of little weird problems that it has, but in terms of engine and transmission reliability, I think Honda is unparalleled in a lot of the vehicles that they've made. So reliability was a big reason. Gas mileage is obviously better than a big cargo van or something like that. I'll get routinely 23 to 24 miles per gallon on the highway, usually a little bit less in the city, like around 18 or 19. But the most I've ever gotten is like 28 per gallon on a trip. Once I think I was driving downhill for a while. I think it was from Sedona, Arizona down through Phoenix. I logged like 27.9 miles to the gallon, but it does pretty well and on that, and that's definitely something that I had in the back of my mind. It's all-wheel drive, which was another thing that I was really, really sold on. The fact that it was good in the snow for me when I was up in Rhode Island for a little while. It's a good vehicle in that sense. What else? It has the sunroof. I absolutely love having that sunroof. I can just run my solar panel wire right through there. I can pop it open to get some air at night. It's like ventilation that's already built in. Definitely better than having to like drill a hole in the roof or something like that and put in a ventilation system. So that's pretty cool. Overall, it's pretty simple. It's just the DX model, so it doesn't have like all the different any kind of unique features, no cruise control, nothing like that. So things that do go wrong, there's not that many things that can go wrong, and it's always a good thing. I mean, it is an older car. it's 2003, so it's quite a few years old. What is that? Math time. Let's go 14. Just getting on about 14 years now. So pretty old vehicle, but overall it's been great so far. I absolutely love it. I wouldn't trade it for anything, And maybe I'm not opposed to moving into a bigger van at some point in the future. But right now I'm completely sold on the Element. I absolutely love it. So that's why I chose it. I mean, tips for choosing a vehicle. You got to choose what you're comfortable with. The space in the Element is obviously a trade-off. So choosing something like a Hyundai Element, which first off isn't even manufactured anymore. There's all kind of issues thinking long term for the Element, but choosing something like this it's just willing to compromise having a little bit less space for better gas mileage, probably better reliability, and I guess better stealthiness though. So you're getting more stealthiness out of it. No one is walking by on the street and saying, "Oh, there's definitely someone who lives in that Honda Element," like ever. Even when I have my curtains up, you can barely tell that the curtains are in there, and I don't think that is I don't think that's something that people think on a day-to-day basis when they see Honda Elements cruising around. So I definitely liked that idea of maximizing stealthiness and just overall having a solid vehicle that I can use as a commuter vehicle or as just my daily driver, or that I could also use to live out of. And I'm glad that I chose it. I think that pretty much sums it up, guys. If y'all have any questions at all, feel free to post them in the comment section below. If you notice, I've put in the descriptions of my videos links to my website, elementvanlife.com, and my Facebook page, and an Instagram that I created. I don't really know anything about Instagram, so I'm still trying to figure that all out. But if you guys feel free to check those out, and they're going to be in the descriptions for all my videos moving forward. So if you guys have any suggestions for future videos as well, feel free to post them below. Always interested in hearing your input, and I know there's a lot of information that I can share. I just need to decide what things to talk about and which ones to do now and which ones to do in the future and so on. So until next time, guys, I'll talk to y'all later.